Alrighty, my friends. Your tiniest bomb design is 44% the size of the standard one, with 84% of its efficiency. Haha, nice. Is there anything unreachable down here? Doesn't look like it. Okay. I'm actually going to disconnect that as well. Because what I want to do is, I think, get all the liquids going before I turn this stuff on. And what we're going to do is we want to bridge onto the cooling loop, which will be go like right there. Pipe there, and we'll just have to connect it there. And we're also going to want to put a liquid vent to just dump coolant on the ground in here. So there's a transfer medium. As Francis John says. There. Okay. And then... oh, man, just not enough ceramic. Okay. Deconstruct that one. That'll let us get the last amount of ceramic for that last thing, right? 400. Okay, that should be enough. Okay, plumbing, insulated obsidian. There. Alright, and that should be all the piping for that. Your dupes have nothing to do, so when you queue something up, you have 12 of them building the same gas pipe segment. Nice, nice. Let's just throw these here, that's fine. Okay. Did they build all those power things? They did. Okay, cool. So we should have plenty of power. Okay. Next thing. So let's put these guys in here. Cancel that. And let's go ahead and get the cooling loop filled. Get the cooling loop filled here. Oh, I never put a pipe right here. Damn it. Okay, just liquid pipe there is fine. Okay. Now, one thing I do want to be careful of is I actually had the cooling loop over on my tungsten thing get backed up at one point, so I need to make sure I actually leave one pipe empty on purpose. Because, so if I said this should not back up, but I think we actually ended up having this get backed up a little bit at one point. So just to be on the safe side. Right there. I think that'll be good. Okay. We'll have to keep an eye on it. Alright, and the temperature we want this to be is a nice balmy if it's above like 30°C. Okay. Hey, what's up, Nutgurner? So next, let's get our shipping set up. So auto sweeper. I don't want to do this. I don't want to have it be right next to the guy there. Actually, the further over here it can be, the better. Well, we want it to run through this entire place. So if I do this, conveyor loader, What are you made out of? Steel? No, I have thermium. Let's do... These are probably the most important things to make out of thermium. This conveyor loader out of thermium. I brought the thermium. Let's use the thermium. There. And then conveyor rails. Hopefully copper ore will be enough. Nope. Go around the volcano here. That will dump its heat off. And then it's going to go up this way. Back through here to cool down the rest of the way. And then dump over here for now. Something like that. Conveyor chute. Right there. Probably won't solidify further than 2 tiles from the source. Yep, we're taming the Niobium volcano. That's what we're doing. Something like that. Then we'll need to power those guys. So, conductive wire. Steel. Steel. Okay. Okay, I need to train somebody. I thought one of my people had this skill. Who are my people on this planet? Catalina, Nisbet. Well, actually, I can see where they are. Skills. Alright. Turner does not have mechatronics. Abe? Abe has it. Abe is here. Abe can do it. Abe just has to get out of his hole. Are you in here, Abe? Yes. Okay. Get out of your hole and get to work, sir. Now it should show that we have the skill, right? Where's Abe? He's right there. Low morale. But he's gonna build it. I need one more sweeper on the left. You think he'll end up over there? I don't want to use multiple sweepers. We can use one sweeper to get everything. I can move it over though. We shouldn't need 2 sweepers for this. If I do it there, once this is out of the way, if I have it there, it'll be able to reach over there. So that would be power line going there. That should work. Would a tile there work? Where's there? A single tile to the left of the volcano. A single tile left of the volcano. Are you talking about for the auto sweeper? You see how this tile right here says it's reachable? That'll be reachable once this tile is gone. And we're not taking this tile out until we're ready for this thing to be able to be active. So this should work fine. We also needed to be able to reach the conveyor loader, which I have here to dump off the heat in the room. Oh, what I do need is shipping shutoff. Conveyor rail thermosensor. With a shutoff. Okay, is Abe building these things? Okay, yes he is. Alright, so I'm going to need a shipping conveyor shutoff. There. And one sec. What is that made out of? Copper is definitely not. No, conveyor shutoff steel. Let's use thermium because we have it here. These are the most important, hottest things. So there, and the conveyor rail thermosensor right there. Thermium's fine, and then automation wire steel there. Once we get all these tiles, all these built, then we can start putting the liquids where we want them. Because we have the cooling loop filled. I'm going to want to put supercoolant on the ground for temperature transfer. Elden Ring patch 1.04 came out. Oh, what is that doing? I haven't paid attention to any of the Elden Ring patches like at all. I have no idea what they're patching. But what I will need is water. So the water will come in from there. I'm going to want to... Honestly, I'm going to want to... bridge it over here. So do like a bridge this way. Nope, nope, not that. It will be like that. That plugged into there. That plugged in. And this is where we'll be in the water in from this guy. It's a buff for bleed or a nerf for bleed. You mean a nerf for bleed, but you're not sure about the bleed nerf. Okay. I mean, aren't bleed and then aren't all of the different what are they called? Status effect procs the same? Like the same amount, it's just easier to get bleed because more more weapons have bleed, or I mean, if they nerf bleed, are they going to bleed nerf frost and poison and all the other things too? All right, so this is going to want to be thermium, is the main thing. Not thermium, niobium. There we go. Changes to shorten animation when bleed procs. Shorten an animation when bleed procs. Okay, I don't know what that means. Like a stagger. Oh, a bleed. Okay, so when the bleed procs, it causes enemies to stagger, and they want to shorten that. I think I see what you're saying. Okay, I think I understand. There's a tiny amount of ceramic here. So the plan here to use liquid niobium to turn water to steam and power the generators with sweeper to pick it up and ship it out of the room for use. Well, we're not doing this to turn water to steam. We're using water to cool down the 3,200 degree niobium that comes out of here. We fill this room with water, not completely but with enough water so that when this erupts, the hot niobium comes out, heats up the water, and that water is a temperature transfer medium to get rid of the heat, which the heat is, of course, eaten by the steam turbines. Steam turbines are like the only way to get rid of heat in the game, or the main way to get rid of heat. And then when the niobium solidifies, we pick it up, put it in the conveyor loader, and it goes through here, dumping off its heat into the room, into the water steam in the room. And we don't let it out until it gets below a certain temperature. And I think, what did we have the other one, like 120 or something? It's below 120, something like that. You can see it in action over in Grigoni with our tungsten volcano. It has a similar thing. What temperature do I have? So this 140. And then once it goes out of the room, it cools down even more in the supercoolant that's going to be cooled by our cooling loop. That puts it out as a nice 28 degrees here on this tungsten. Temperature, do I have this guy down at 30 C? Yeah, so 30 and 140. Think the rails will melt? They won't. They won't. I have this, the temperature goes down really fast once it's in the steam room. This tungsten volcano erupts at even higher temperature, and I have steel conveyor rails that aren't melting. Maybe I want to change the rails to steel. What material was I using for these rails? Actually, you might be right. Let's play it slave. Let's have the ones at least next to the volcano be steel, not copper. So maybe you're right. Let's do just these as steel. I think that'll be enough. You've been watching while working and don't always have the volume on. There won't be as much hot niobium as cooler water steam. Yeah. It should be okay, but it doesn't hurt to have better materials, that's for sure. I mean, this is the late game material, so we definitely can use steel and higher end materials for all this. Okay. Okay, I think I'm about ready to put our layer of supercoolant on the ground in here. So let us do that, which would be reusing our pipe segments here. There. Okay, and we just need enough of a layer to fill down here. That's probably plenty. There, that should be plenty. And that's just to transfer temperature in our cooling loop. Okay. We do that. And that. We're ready to dump water in here soon. So let me get the piping set up for the water. That'll be the water once it comes in. And I do need to set up a offloader here. So that's going to be slated tile, obsidian, right there. And I need to construct ladder and ladder. Offload water here. Is the aqua tuner necessary? Yes, the aqua tuner is what cools. Why are you pretending like your steam turbine is through? What is on the ground here? Oh, god damn it! Where did this temperature come from? Why is the supercoolant 400 degrees? I have to load. It's gonna start. This is gonna immediately start wrecking everything. God damn it! So what happened last time? Every time I try to put the supercoolant on the ground, everything starts overheating. I don't know where the heat's coming from. Is it the power lines? I don't know, man. Abyssalite wall. It's not touching an abyssalite wall. It's insulated tiles that it's touching. You're super new to this game. You're kind of scoping out other streams and learning to play. Well, welcome, Michigans. We're in super late game here, so every little tiny thing you do can break stuff. So I'm safe scumming again. I don't know what's causing the temperature to raise on this supercoolant. There must be a power line or something that's really hot here. Damn it, damn it, damn it. Every time I think I'm safe to do something, I guess maybe I need to get maybe I need to have the cooling loop before I place down the transfer medium on that guy. Maybe that's what I need to do. I checked the hot stuff on the ground. I'm pretty sure there's only 56 degree ceramic on the ground. I think that and maybe a piece of metal that's like 50 something degrees. I don't think it's that. Feel like I've been checking what's on the ground, but I'll check it again here. God, I wish it didn't take. Oh, you effing game. Oh, save scum? Nope. Nope. Crash. Crash. Super late game where I'm getting ready to quit the game because every time I try to do anything, it either crashes or lags for 10 minutes, man.
If you like it, then you better put some
FTL, yeah,
bits
that's
in
right.
it.
Thanks
If
for
you like
running
it, then you better put some bits in it. Whoa, whoa, whoa.
FUFTL.
You ended up following Francis John yesterday. You just literally started and don't know what the heck you're doing. We should see your base so far. It's kind of wrong, apparently, according to the Facebook group you're in. Yeah, when I first started playing the game, I watched a bunch of Francis John's tutorials. He teaches you a lot of good stuff about, you know, how to create oxygen, getting food, and all that kind of stuff. It's twice you've come to Rand's only stream. CM saves come divert catastrophe. Well, the catastrophe had already happened, or was in the process of happening. So, I mean, I'm on literally the most dangerous asteroid in the game, the one that's covered in lava. So it's not surprising that I'm having a hard time with not melting everything, but it's still a pain because I feel like I'm preparing for it and then it still breaks. Yeah, there's no channel in our Discord if you want to have discussions with people like Silly Device, Tom Z, whoever else is hanging out in there sharing their builds and stuff. That's why there's saves, to save scum, that's right. You think it's the Abyssalite Wall. Alright, I'll look at the Abyssalite Wall. But I don't think it's the Abyssalite Wall. It's the Elden Ring of Oni, sure. You die, that's right. But I'm not touching the Abyssalite Wall with any of this stuff, right? I mean, I can't tell because I can't get in the damn game. But once we get in the game, we'll look and see if there's Abyssalite Wall even touching. I'm pretty sure I replaced all the Abyssalite Wall with insulation. T-Bone Jenks thinks it's that too. Well, apparently I gotta get rid of some. God damn it, man! What is? If I turn off all my mods and then I gotta reactivate them. God damn it! This game is getting so frustrating right now. The steam turbine had a raw wall. Okay. This game is so freaking buggy, I swear. All right, let me reactivate pliers. What are the mods I can't live without? Pliers. That's the main one, right? Not the out-of-date one. Pliers fixed. That's the main one. Can I live without a sweep by type? I need that. Okay. Do just those three, and then it'll restart. You love my background. Reminds you of Kung Fury. Thanks. You mean the wallpaper on my desktop? That's from a Brandon Sanderson book called Stormbringer, like the second in his thing. Okay. All right, show building ranges. Apparently, it's that one. My God, is my game just now dead? Do I not have to get to play auction not include anymore? It's 3 crashes now. What's up, Nietzsche? We're fighting the crash bug, the crash final boss of auction not included. Oh my God, please work. Please work. What's up, Wemembola? What's happening? Yes, the final boss of every buggy game out there. The crash boss. What is it? What do they call it in Space Engineers? Isn't there a name for the buggy game crashing? There's a name for that, right? Elden Ring Tuesdays now. We might have to swap over, man. I don't know. We'll see. Just had 12-hour night shifts, 10 out of 12 in a row, so close to time off. Wow. 12-hour night shifts, 12 days in a row? I hope you get paid well, Nietzsche. I hope so. Clang. Yeah, Clang. That's what it is. The Kraken or Clang, one of those. You used to have the base game right now and was advised against getting the DLC just yet. Honestly, the DLC I feel like is maybe a little kinder to new players because it kind of incrementally shows you new mechanics and new materials, but you can learn more of the mechanics in the original game. You don't have to go to other planets to find all the materials. Yes, we're fighting Clang right now. Have we overcome Clang? Clang Phase 3? Okay, well, every mod in the game, I'm turning it off right now. If this doesn't work, I don't know if I can play Auction Not Included. Like, do I have to go to an earlier save? Kraken is in Kerbal Space Program. Ah, okay, so Clang is Space Engineers. Maybe maybe I choose a different save. Job pays the bills, plus feeds your MMO and Twitch addictions. True. I guess on the overnight shifts, are you playing WoW the whole time? Because, I mean, at least you're able to do something like that. Oh my god. Yeah, it's looking more and more like I need to swap games, man. This is frustrating to deal with, not being able to play the game because it just won't load. The word Clang reminds you of Krang from Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Totally, yes. Do you have a goal for this playthrough? 1 second. Play until the lag is so bad I can't play anymore. That's my current goal. Okay, so if we go to this one, that was an autosave. I'm trying to load an autosave. Did I go back and lose 6 minutes of work? I'll try to lose 6 minutes of work. I know, satisfactory time. Nocturne gifted 5 subs. Wow. Subs to soothe my woes. Thank you. Appreciate it. You had to put a lot of your map into a vacuum and kill almost all your critters for your world to be playable. So all of my mods are off. We're going back 6 minutes in the past. God, I don't know if I could play without pliers, man. There's a program that lets the game run on more threads. If I have to run mods to make the game playable, that's the time when I stop playing. If to make the game playable, you have to have mods to make it use up more of your PC's resources, that's probably the time when it's doing too much and move to a different game. It's not that I don't want to play Oni, but it's becoming unplayable. The optimization in this game really needs work by the devs. You have no mods, but maybe you are used to like this from alpha version. Okay. Okay, well, it loaded. It's now mods, an external third party that lets you use more CPU threads. I really don't want to use an external third party thing. I definitely do not want to do that. That to me is even worse than playing with mods. At least mods is through the the Steam thing. Okay. God, not having pliers is gonna drive me crazy. Okay, so I filled the loop. Okay. Plumbing. I need to remake this thing right there. This. Ah, I think you're right. I think you're right. It might just be that wall. For some reason, I thought Abyssalite didn't transfer heat, that it was like a insulation. But I don't really know how Abyssalite works. Possible that autosaves may have become corrupted. You could try reloading these mods later if you feel like it. I think it's because of the vacuum? You mean a vacuum touching Abyssalite? You think that caused heat transfer? That seems weird. Now let me cancel that one so I can do their shut off right there. And then that. And then, oh god, the better deselect. All of my mods that I have that makes life not so hellish are now not in the game, and it's annoying. Okay. Okay. The better deselect and the pliers, I think, are the two mods that make my life not miserable, and that's what I now am not playing with. It should not transfer heat, but it does. You're talking about the Abyssalite being in a vacuum? Is that really what it was? Yeah. Okay, let me let them finish building everything before I do any more liquid moving around that's going to mess us up. Because what I probably want to do is get all this built, go out, reactivate the mods that I go crazy without. Basically pliers and the better deselect. And then hopefully we can start plugging things in. Was it turning off the mods that let me start again? I don't know. I turned off the mods and I went to an earlier save. So I did two things. So it was one of those two. It might have been the save and not the mods. Your guess is as good as mine in this pretty buggy game. Abyssalite transfers heat if something is touching vacuum. There is nothing to transfer heat to. If the Abyssalite is hotter than a liquid's vaporized point, then it goes to gas directly. Okay, that sounds like a bug. Is that a bug? Or is it supposed to act like that? That doesn't sound like it should act that way. Okay, almost done there. Let me make sure Hydriol's doing okay. Doing okay over here? I cannot believe how much water we've used over here. And all we're doing is turning that water into, well, some oxygen, but mainly food that is rotting. I still don't have a permanent infinite food storage over here. But can't worry about that. It's a bug. After so many years, it's a feature. Okay. Use that property to get naphtha. You just put plastic thermo shift plate touching very hot Abyssalite and get naphtha. Why would you want naphtha? What does naphtha do for you? Okay. Oh, I'm gonna need a power line on that thing, aren't I? Yeah. That's powered. Have that ready to be plugged in. I think once these things are built, I think I'm ready to go with this thing. So I'm going to restart so I can at least turn pliers back on. It's early game, high heat capacity liquid. Okay, that's cool. They patched the Abyssalite bug some time ago, but they reverted back. Huh. What's entombed? No, not that. It's not what I clicked on. The door. Oh, this door. Yeah, that's fine. Did they ever get the 6 kilograms or whatever enriched uranium that was in one of these guys? I think they did. It was this guy. Okay. And I should now be sending materials. Oh, one thing for those who didn't see the beginning of the stream, I found out I've been sending materials from this planet to the wrong planet for hundreds, maybe 1,000 cycles. Maybe not 1,000 cycles, but it's been hundreds of cycles. I had accidentally had this thing sending to not Vivina, but to Hydriel, which is the reason I now had enough metals to finally swap over all of my wires. But it was also the reason I was wondering why on my main planet I was not getting the metals I was supposed to be getting. So I should be receiving refined copper and stuff over here now. I should be getting materials on the planet I meant to get them on now. That was a mistake I finally fixed earlier. What have I been sending? Currently copper. Fine copper. And oh yes, I was sending poke shell bolts for lime as well. Okay. Let's see what refined metals we have over here. 44 tons of copper, that's what we're currently sending. Okay. Some rad bolts, wasted the materials there. Yeah, I actually, it's not hugely a bad thing because I was actually able to use those materials, but I only discovered it by trying to figure out what material I had to build wires out of, and I found out when I go to power and collect heavy wall conductive wire, I had 99,000 tons of gold, 71,000 tons of copper, and 63,000 tons of aluminum. Or 63 tons, or whatever it is. I had way more over here than what I should have had, so that was a random thing I discovered. The thing you get when you realize you've been shooting stuff into space in the wrong direction, that feeling, though. I'm out of copper ore. Please don't tell me I'm out of materials to build these things. Okay, I am. So let's do steel to finish these guys. There, that should be enough to finish these guys. I hope. Although, actually, I don't know if that works. Let me cancel the ones that are not working then and rebuild out of steel. There. Copper ore rails. Well, I thought these were refined metals. Apparently rails are not made out of refined, except for steel and thermium. It's the only ore I had available. It's the only one I brought, apparently. I don't think we have an overheat temperature issue with the rails, though. I don't think. But I guess we'll find out. Okay. Let me make sure they're all connected. Probably won't. Famous last words. Okay. Make sure you're connected. Writings on the wall. Oh, there's 130, there's 1,300. Okay, there's really hot abyssalite right there. So maybe it was that abyssalite. Although again, if it's sitting on the ground, abyssalite wasn't supposed to transfer temperature. We're just going to sweep up everything off the ground. Nothing allowed to be on the ground over here. Ceramic allowed, and I think iron's already allowed, right? Yeah. Copper. Okay, get stuff off the ground, make these things, we save, we go back out, see if I can load with at least my pliers working, because we're going to be plugging and unplugging a bunch of pipes here, and if I don't have pliers, I'm going to bang my head against the table here. Might get sour gas from what? From copper rails? I don't think so. But hey, if we do, I'll just save scum some more, because, you know, I got no problem save scumming all day, apparently. Okay, come on, come on. Yes, let me get these last couple things done, please. We almost have this done. Almost there. Almost freaking there, man. Once you do it once, there's no Oni ethics. I mean, I know Francis John talks about never save scumming, but I don't care. This game is way too buggy to have compunctions about save scumming, in my opinion. This game is far too buggy to be like, oh, it's cheating if you save scum. I don't care. Niobium on the rails will cool down slowly, and the first place will sit in the conveyor shutoff tile, which is touching visco gel. Ah. It's true, that is touching visco gel. Okay. That depends on how hot it is when it gets here. I'm going to not change that yet. It's a quick fix of just mopping, but I like having the double lock here. But I'm not going to do that because I have a feeling it's going to dump off enough temperature that it won't be an issue. We'll find out. I'm saving. And then I'm going back. I'm going to reactivate the 2 mods that I can't live without and hope the game will load that way. Okay, so back to main menu. It's a double lock right now. Yes, it's a double lock right now. So, I kind of want to keep it as a double lock because I didn't mean for it to be a double lock, but visco gel was acting really funky, so. Better deselect and pliers fixed. Those are the ones I want to use. I'd like sweep bite type, but it's probably too greedy to use the mods I actually want to use. You don't believe Francis John, since he's a YouTuber, can edit out things? Well, he does a lot of testing in creative mode, like Knockgunner says. And I think will say, honestly, when he does do a, I'm going to do a load rather than resume, just in case that makes a difference. He's pretty honest, I think, when he says he saves scum to fix something. Please load with my mods. Please load with my mods. Save scum is like the constant arguments about mods and FTL and FTL streaking. Yeah, I guess so. Unless it's a competition, doesn't really matter. You missed me removing the sour gas from the lock. Was there sour gas in the lock? I removed all that gas way long time ago, I think. Francis John pretty upfront about trial and error, yeah. You'd have a world with all the setups made in creative mode. I don't know, I wonder if creative mode runs more smoothly than real game mode, because maybe I should just be playing in creative mode all the time, I don't know. Let me check the double lock, make sure there's no sour gas in there. I don't think there's any sour gas in there. When the sour gas was created, it was created outside the liquid lock. So I'm pretty sure the only sour gas we had was all floating around up top, not inside any part of the actual volcano setup. Okay, I think it might actually be working. Yeah, it's all a vacuum. I don't know what sour gas you're talking about. We removed it a long time ago. There's no sour gas in any part of this lock. Okay, here we go. The only thing on the ground is 2 pieces of copper ore, that's 45C. So, for the final time, let's try to put this stuff on the ground. I'm telling you for the last time. Oh, my lag, Batman. Okay. Here we go. And cancel all that. That's fine. Okay. Supercoolant. 53C, 54. Stabilizing around 55. Okay. Temperature's not flying up. I think you're right. I think it was the abyssalite. Okay, that should be plenty. Oh my god. Praise RNGesus. Okay. I think we're good, right? I think we're good. We don't have supercoolant steam. Did I ever build this thing? Nope, I never. I lost that, so I have to rebuild this. Deconstruct this ladder. Why does it keep giving me this duplicate operation required weird thing? Oh, they're pulling obsidian out of here. Okay. Just don't heat up the visco gel. Too much more, please. Alright, now all we gotta do is get water in there, and I think we're about good to go here. Plumbing. Liquid rocket port unloader. Out of steel. This thing is 3 tall, huh? Okay. Build 1 more tile to the left near the platform so they won't drop anything important. Okay. Right there. Okay. You know what? I think they already... That's probably why that refiber's there, yeah. Seeds are always useful over on Gorgoni. Since we're feeding those too. Speaking of, how are my seeds doing? Still 2,000 seeds. Wow. These guys really do not eat very many seeds. That's awesome. Wow, I have random things living over here. Probably part of the reason we're lagging so much. All these random animals have hatched and lived here. Long hair slicksters. I didn't remember selecting you, but okay. Okay. They can get from the ladder to there down to there, I think. And now I should be able to build that there. Okay. There. Will that need power? Does not look like it. Let me have this thing be back to auto. I'm not trying to get anything to go out of there. Slated pipe. There. Okay. That all looks good. Once we plug it into there and select water, that should put water into the room. That's going to immediately turn to steam. So I need to be ready. That's why we're not letting this go yet. I want everything piped and ready to go. So they're going to drop into it. There's really hot stuff in here. It'll immediately turn to steam. Once we have steam in the room, I think that's when we can plug everything in. Because then the temperature starts to stabilize. So, famous, why am I so cautious? Why? It's not like anything's ever broken or bugged out before. Okay. Alright. I don't know why I'm playing so safe and cautious. Why? Who has unreachable food and unreachable toilet? Is that a bug during a save? Auto save? Actually, why can't you get over there? Can't they jump? Is that it? Do I need this tile right here, maybe? Maybe that's what's causing it. Nope. It's fine. You're just a buggy-ass game. Okay, alright, let's do it. Let's do it. Let's plug this in and see what happens. I saved, so Alright, water at 34 degrees C is coming out here. Gonna dump into here. Once we have steam in here, I can let these things start doing their thing. Instant steam. Instant steam. Instant power. What's the temperature of the steam? 400 degrees. That is some really hot steam. Okay. Yeah, because there's some really hot obsidian in here. Ha! Okay. Let's turn this guy on by plugging them in. This and this. Okay. Supercoolant's gonna add heat to the room. Visco gel, what temperature are you? 390. Okay. It did get pretty hot. That could have you. Oh, it's. Oh god. 400 degrees. Y'all seeing this temperature I'm looking at? 429. What temperature does that go bad at? Boil at 479. Oh my gosh. Visco gel changes temperature really quickly, apparently. Alright, stabilizing about 400. Okay. How much steam? 20 kilograms. Hold on to your hats and your butts. Okay, stabilizing at 300. Whew, calculated. So calculated, that's right. Okay. Okay. How much steam is in here? 23 kilograms. What's the amount, silly device, you said you usually want to get? Like 50 to 100 is how much you like to be in here? It's like the more the better, right? Okay, alright. Whew. Ooh, boy, I was freaking out there. I thought that was gonna get naphtha, steamy naphtha in here or something. Circuit overload. Damn it. Damn it, damn it, damn it. It's because I have this power line going to there. Okay. God damn it. Alright, let's just not plug into that right now. How can I fix that? If I put a converter thing here, it's gonna overheat being not in a thing. I'm just gonna ignore it for right now. We'll fix it. Okay, so we don't have any naphtha. We have only steam. All this obsidian is cooling down. 37 kilograms of steam. Okay. I think we're good. I think I'm ready to actually dig this out. You know what I could do is I could tell this to pick up all the obsidian to get it off of the ground. It'll cool it down in here. So if I tell it to pick up obsidian, we can actually see this thing in action here, where it's gonna dump off its heat faster. And it'll only let, oh, this needs to be below 140, I think is what I did before. So we can't get past here until it's below 140. So what temperature is this currently? 401. Okay, and now it's at 381. Visco gel, 200. Okay, I think that's good. You would save one more time before opening the bad boy. Opening what bad boy? Okay, we have over 50 kilograms. So that's plenty. Let the rest of this go through to empty out the pipe. And let's make sure when it goes through, what it'll do is go through the cooling loop, which temperature-wise, what do we got here? 40 degrees. Coming in at 28, going out at 33. Okay. Oh. Save one more time before opening the volcano. Gotcha. I actually think I want to get rid of all the junk that's in here before I open up the volcano. There's 1100 degrees sand on the ground. I don't know where that sand came from. Kind of want to get all the junk off the ground here first. That way we don't have other stuff causing temperature issues. It's going to take a while for all this stuff to lose its temperature anyway. But it looks like, you know what? Let's GG cookie time because at least everything's contained and nothing's exploding. So I'm gonna GG cookie time that at least looks plausibly done, maybe. There was so much obsidian at really high temperatures, it's gonna take a long time before these steam turbines to open up or delete enough heat out of here, I would say. And we can get rid of this. Okay. As far as you remember, this thing requires 4 to 5 steam turbines. Forgot the math. Pretty sure Silly Device did the math and it's only 2. From what I remember, Francis John talked about, gold is the only one that requires 1. The rest of them only require 2, I think. Yeah, I'm not quite sure how I would even fit 4 to 5 steam turbines in here. Okay, let's fix the power situation up here while we're waiting for that, which means I need a power line that goes to here. That's not a conductive wire. What I could do is put supercoolant on the ground. Do I need this conveyor loader? No, I can deconstruct that. And actually, if I were to do this, it'd be better if I did it like right in here somewhere. So that would be power, a transformer. Yeah, actually, like right there would be fine. Although I need it 1 space over. It'd be something like that. Tile 1, 2, 3, 4. And then a drywall. You saw that episode you don't remember? Maybe it just cools faster with more steam turbines. Oh, I'm sure it will. More steam turbines, the more heat you're eating. But once it's like gone through cycles and like is stable, I think you only need 2. If I remember correctly. Okay. There we go. That should allow me to do that. Get supercoolant up there. Okay. And we're going to do a... I'm going to swap all of these over. Steel regular wires. Like that. Steel wire bridge. That. Doing this all out of steel. Because we're up around rockets and all that. Hopefully that will fix that issue. And this is going to be super coolant nail water bottle 7. And that will hopefully make this work. Okay. There we go. A little more probably will help even out the temperature. Although this thing probably... Oh, it's made of thermium. I made this of thermium, totally on purpose. This should probably never have temperature issues, probably, maybe. I don't know, actually. Okay. Alright, there we go. That fixed the power issue, right? Nothing in here is breaking anymore. We're out of bleach stone. Oh, they can't wash their hands anymore. Okay. Wow, are both of these out of bleach stone? Oh, they are out of bleach stone. Okay. Oh, what pressure in here? 1300 and 1100. Okay, pressure's good. Ran out of bleach stone. Goodness. Apparently, we've been here a while. Should I send them home just to get bleach stone? Is it working? Yes, I'm waiting until we delete some more heat. I want to get all this obsidian and junk off the ground before I let it go. So, what I'm thinking of doing actually is sending my dudes home while this takes time, because it's going to take time. I have 65 kilograms of steam in here. It's going to take a while to eat all this heat. Although if I do leave, I kind of do want to open up the volcano, honestly. Alright, I'm going to save it and open it up. I'm going to save. I want to save it, open it up, and get it researching, so I know the timing on it before I send my people away. Alright, open it up. Do it. Do it to it. Yeah, I know, it's hot in here. Alright, so now we can get it analyzed, I believe. Put this at 9. Analyze while being in a pretty hot environment. I hope my dupes not being able to wash their hands won't cause any issues. What's the temperature of the Visco gel? 196. Alright. Temperature's looking good in here. Oh, and it looks like our cooling loop is stabilizing. That's good. Cooling loop stabilized, and there's one missing dot, which is good. One missing dot means it won't overflow. Alright. I think Catalina will start doing this once. Oh, you know what I didn't do? I didn't fix... Oh, I hope my priorities aren't all screwed up over here. We had everybody on building, right? Cooking and farming. Oh, this is over on Hydriel. Yeah, I had everybody on building. I need these people to be on farming and cooking back to where they're supposed to be. It's probably fine, but... You can pack curative tablets instead of hand sanitizer. I actually printed some curative tablets earlier. What are those used for? Germ-based diseases. So if they get sick from it. Okay, Catalina, what are your priorities? And why aren't you doing the research? Catalina. Rocketry. Research is second. there's nothing to do with the rockets, so you should... I'm just going to put it below researching right now so you get this done. 3 tiles free for other stuff. Well, if you take that out, I don't think you have a bathroom, which is really helpful for the morale bonus. So I'd much rather have the 3 tiles used for a morale bonus. Morale is a big issue when you're needing your duplicates to have skills like the ability to build rails and, you know, all that kind of stuff. Do I really want this to be 140C? Is that how low I want that to go? Let me look back over here again. I do have it at 140C. Maybe I let these out earlier here. Just so I can get all this junk out of here. Let me go down by, what are we at? Currently sensing 187. Let me change this. Let me go above, below. Just so it lets 1 through, because I want to see how cool this gets. These are at 186. Yeah, they cool down really quickly. So I could let all this stuff out just to clear out this place before this goes. I think I am going to do that. I really want to get this stuff out of here. So let's say as long as it's below 190, this should let everything out of here for the most part. Luckily, only has magic food poisoning healing tablets. We need those in real life. They're made from coal. Eating refined coal helps for food poisoning a lot. That's actually a real thing. That's cool. But maybe not eating a whole kilogram of it. Sounds like a lot, but I don't know kilograms that well. Speaking of coal, no, I want coal over on Vivina. Coal over here. Okay. Alright, as soon as this gets finished researching, I think I'm gonna be about ready to send my dupes over. I wanna see how long this Niobium volcano will be until it becomes active. But I think we're pretty much done on this planet, except for getting the materials over to the other planet. So, probably Thursday. Today I'm going to probably start working on a petroleum boiler for power on my main planet. Because once we have our power situation fixed, I think we can work on actually getting a regular set of rockets going to and from the planets we need materials from. So much lava? Yeah, this planet is basically made of lava. Basically made of lava. Okay, so this will slowly clear out this stuff. There's sand in here. The only thing I think I will leave in here is the abyssalite. So let me say copper ore is allowed out. So it grabs that. And there was sand in here as well, which is a filtration medium. There, so we get all this out of here. I just don't want junk on the ground. Is there ceramic? There's also ceramic. This was kind of a automated way of getting everything out of here. Petroleum boiler? Why not sour gas boiler? Well, I've never made a sour gas boiler. Maybe I could do that. I was going to use petroleum boiler because of how much power it gives. The sour gas boiler give even more? What does, how do you get power from a sour gas boiler? Can you feed a sour gas boiler into a petroleum generator? Or sour gas gets turned into something else that you use for power? Can you visit unlimited number of planets? No, there is a limit on your star map. On my map, we have At least the ones we've seen. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I think 8, 9 down here. 8, 9. I don't know exactly how many we have. It's a lot. There are a lot. And I've only been to about... Well, we can see. I start on Vivina. This we teleported to. 3, 4, 5, 6. I haven't been to Gasolin, Rockalin, or Cellini yet. I don't know if I will on this playthrough, honestly. I don't think there's any materials there I need. One of them, I think Cellini has a iron volcano. But I feel like I'm getting towards the end of what I want to do in this playthrough. Kind of, I just wanted to get access to all the materials and tame all the volcano types. Well, the late game volcano types. You think sour gas boiler gets you 16 times the energy than petroleum? Well, what I might do is start clearing out an area for wherever I'm going to build it, and then do some research on my own the next couple days to see which I want to build. Because I build a petroleum boiler, and I like that, but I've never built a sour gas boiler, so that could be a fun challenge. My only worry is if I have enough heat to do it, because I don't know how much you need in a sour gas boiler compared to a petroleum boiler. I kind of don't want to use like all of my volcanoes for it. The suggestion somebody gave me was to use one of my volcanoes for a petroleum boiler. And I think one volcano is enough heat for a petroleum boiler. I don't know if it's enough heat for a sour gas boiler. So I would need to look at the build for that, because I've just never built one of those. I think I've watched Francis John's video about one of them a long time ago, but I've never actually built one myself. Man, research takes frickin' forever, man. Frickin' forever. Use a metal refinery for what? To create enough heat? Will a metal refinery ever generate as much heat as a single minor volcano, though? I don't know the amounts on that. Am I the type to figure out things on my own or look for help? A little of both. But for this game, it's so complicated that I usually look up Francis John builds. He's kind of the premier YouTuber on Auction Not Included tutorials, at least that I've seen. Okay, we are clearing everything out of here. It's taking a while. How much obsidian is there? 4,400 kilograms, 4 tons. There was a lot of obsidian down here. I probably should have cleared it out with my duplicants a long time ago. But we can use the heat for power for now, I guess. The game is hard. It is. And this is from somebody who has, I'm not sure how many hours I have, but a lot of hours so far in the game. And I still look stuff up because of how complicated things can be. All right, well, since I'm just kind of waiting on that, let me see what I would want to do for, I think however I do the boiler, I think down here is where we do it. So what I think I'm going to do is queue up some digging. Speaking of sour gas, we still have some sour gas down in here. But like, I think here is where I'd want to build it, so. Say build it out, some ladders out of obsidian. Oh my god, the lag is just driving me crazy. No, ceramic. I didn't say ceramic. I said obsidian. Did I not click this frickin' button? Oh, you did, but it lagged for 8 seconds, so it didn't actually take. Wonderful. Okay, so we'll queue that up. We're gonna have to dig out an area down here to make a either petroleum or sour gas boiler, one of those two types. Are they still expanding the game, or is this it? I don't know, but this, what we're playing is the DLC that was released, I think, earlier this year. So, it takes them a long time to get over here. Can I build a transit tube to get across here faster? I feel like I should. Hope they don't drop any plastic into the ground as I queue this up. So let me move these bottles. Actually, I'm going to deconstruct them for now. So if nothing else, if I'm going to be working down here, I'm going to need them to be able to get down here quicker. Game hurt brain much. This game does hurt the brain. It does. But it also is a workout for the brain, you know? Let me get one of these, though. So I can dump magma if needed. You played this game a long time ago, you don't recognize half the structures. Okay, so we do this. We do one of these guys so we at least have somewhere to dump the magma. Make sure they're not dropping any really hot stuff in the ground. 64, okay, that's fine. Okay. And that actually should be a crossing there and a crossing there is what I meant to do actually. Crossing there. There we go. There we go. And this will go down somewhere. Somewhere. For now, we'll have like a drop off, like right there, I think. This thing is too tall, is that right? Yes, I think that's right. Oh, I hope they don't drop any plastic into the magma as they're bringing the materials. As you carry the plastic, please refrain from dropping it into magma to create naphtha. Naphtha, please. You found it. Ballpark efficiency of the sour gas is 6 times that of petroleum boiler. And what you see, it's much more compact. Really? Okay. That sounds like if I want power, then that does sound like what I should go for. Okay. All right. Well, we opened up the niobium and it immediately closed itself back up. Okay. Wow. That was interesting. I need to not be picking up anything else but niobium now. Okay. Alright, well we got niobium though. Okay, we just need stuff to be let out of here now. If you have thermium, then there's no reason to use half measures like petroleum. I'm sure Tom has some interesting designs. Okay. Nice! This thing should be good. What's the temperature of things here? 32°C. Just gonna start lighting stuff through now, I think. It's green. Why is nothing going through? Enabled by automation grid. I feel like something's... I think it melted my stuff there. I think the niobium stuff actually melted my stuff. The niobium stuff melted my stuff. Let's do steel. Actually, I think these were made out of steel. All right, whatever. Hopefully, melting that one time will be the only time that happens. Said something about Sourcast Boiler from a Dreco Ranch recently. Very interesting concept. Dreco Ranch. What do Dreco Ranches get you? They get you reed fiber, and if they're smooth Drecos, they get you plastic. I wonder if it's from getting the plastic and turning that into naphtha and then into sour gas or something. I don't understand why these wouldn't move with this being broken. Confused by that. Everything else should still run. There's a conveyor rail there. That's connected, right? That's connected? It's 50 kilograms of plastic / glossy Dreco / a cycle. Interesting. Come on, build these things. I do need to change the girls' priorities back from researching up to rocketry. Let me 9 these guys. I don't know what else he's doing. This is the only thing to do. I'm gonna get you guys home. I just need this to be done. You heat it, turn it to naphtha, it turns to sour gas, you cool it. Profit. ... profit, right? Come on. I have enough steel. Right? Okay, apparently I don't have enough steel. Let's do thermium then. There. Shouldn't give me not enough materials now. BS, I think. Oh, nice. It picked up thermium and delivered itself. Awesome. There, right? Complete, please. Complete. There it goes. There it goes. Okay. Now that we got all the thermium, I want the thermium to be cooler before it goes out of here. Or the niobium. So I'm going to go this back down to 140. Very nice. Okay. And I can get all this copper and stuff off the ground in here, so let me do that. Now that this thing, let's see how next time this is active. 84.2 cycles every 160 cycles. Erupts in 13.3 cycles. So that should be plenty of time to pick up all this junk off the ground. So copper ore, steel, anything that's here. Yeah, copper ore. So that's all of that. Raw mineral. I think there's some copper on. No, not that. Although I think there's ceramic there. Good. We can pick up the. Let's do the obsidian last because that's what's the most. That's what's in here. The most of stuff that's in here. Up all that copper ore. Get it out of there. Very nice. Okay. Get the steel out of here. Good. Is there any thermium in here? There is. Pick it up. Get it out. Okay. And there's some sand. Get the sand out of here. Did I have some melting? Somewhat melting. Oh, if I deselect it, it goes out of there. Whoops. I should have known that. This thing is now full. What is it full of? Wow! Sand, apparently. I don't know where all that sand came from. Okay, fine. Just get the stuff I care. Sand is whatever. Ceramic. Okay. The rest of this, I don't really care. Obsidian, igneous rock, that's fine. Let's leave that in there. And then the copper ore. Just so we get all the useful materials out of here. Turns out copper ore rails melt. Is that what's happening? Or are you saying... I actually don't think it was copper rails melting. I think that these were all steel. But when this thing erupted... because these things were stopped, it didn't immediately pick everything up. The niobium solidified, and I think that would destroy any type of rails. Maybe, I don't know, actually. Okay, 150. So, what did I say? It was another 13 cycles. This goes off 12.7 cycles. Should clear up. We just need to make sure the niobium is immediately picked up. That's the main thing. We need the niobium immediately picked up. I refined copper into copper for free, did I? Maybe. Okay. I think I'm ready to send my people back because they're not able to wash their hands and stuff. So, what's in here? You know what? I'm going to put a poke shell spawn back home because I might want to do some poke shell ranching at some point. Okay. I think I'm ready to send them back. I think so. What's inside of here? Glass, okay. Power-wise, what are we looking at? A full battery, and our thermal aquature not working. I think this looks good. I think this is just going to produce a bunch of niobium that will eventually be able to transfer back and forth between our planets. Again, a future ran thing. But let's send our people back home. There. Wash hands. Your duplicates never do that, huh? Okay. Do I need to bring anything home with me? There probably is some niobium I could actually grab. So let me launch this and then I'll grab some niobium to send back home with this guy. And it's actually chilled niobium, the little we have gotten so far. Okay. Is everybody on board? All right. Launch it. Okay. Door closed, kept this vacuumed out, right? Steam is gone, beautiful. All right, there is a thing here that I can say, please request rare material. Niobium. Let's get the niobium and take it home with us here. Did I say to crew this up? No, so they can go pick up the niobium. Damn it. I want to remake this door out of thermium. I'm actually going to remake both of these doors out of thermium. I think I have the thermium to do it. And underneath the rocket, it's a pain. To be fair, you only need tungsten if you have 5. Yes, I know. You can duplicate it. I don't care. I'm not planning on doing the duplication thing that you always talk about. I'm not planning on doing that. Do I remember who the people were on this one? I don't. I know you're going to say, why not? It's a game mechanic. I don't want to. I don't want to use that game mechanic. All right, Abe, Bubbles, and Catalina on this one. It's not duplication. I know, it's a clever use of game mechanics, but it's not a clever use of game mechanics that I really want to use. What's up, Fluffy Ponies? Wow, I feel like it's been a while. How are you doing, my friend? Okay, so Abe, Bubbles, Catalina. Catalina, Abe, Bubbles. Okay, so they should be bringing all the Niobium we have access to currently. This thing's starting to clear out. Perfect. Beautiful. Alright, so this thing's looking good. Okay, did they get all the Niobium? Let's see. Rare. Okay, so we got all of the Niobium available. Let's head home. Let's crew it up. And have exactly enough distance to get home. Okay. And acknowledge. And launch it. Okay. Beautiful. There it is, everybody. GG cookie time. A tamed Niobium volcano. Just like the tungsten, I can't get it home consistently, but it is tamed. We can always bring some astronauts to come pick some up. GG cookie time. Volcano tamed. I might actually want to look at a sour gas boiler build. There. Oh, they have not even dug all that out yet. Are they able to? They should be able to get across this way, right? Then they have to climb back over, but at least they can get there decently fast. Oh man, look at all of this heat we're getting so much power from. Nice. So, if I look at my power report here, net, I'm not sure. I think when these things are active, we're good on power. When these things are not active, I think we are negative on power. So maybe what I'll do is actually look at Francis John's build for this. Although, again, if I want to do this, I probably should get a transit tube access so they can get in and out of this thing easier. Although, really, I should finish up swapping out my power lines. That's really what I should do. How much copper? 40,000 copper. Okay, we're finally starting to get the copper coming to the right place. Oh, that's a relief. So let's queue up all these. We are almost fully swapped over on the power lines. And now that we have a steady source of refined metals that I was just running out of because I was sending them to the wrong frickin' planet the whole time. There. Okay. Can you use a power transformer to go from conductive wire to non-conductive wire? Does that work? Because if so, maybe I can do that without having to change out these joint plates. I wonder if I can just Mix batteries on the large side to act as a valve and prevent wires from drawing more than 4 kilowatts. So I guess the question is down here, do these draw more than 4 kilowatts? We do have a lot of thermal aqua tuners, so wow, no wonder. When these things are all running, that is a lot of power. I probably need to not have so many thermal aqua tuners. This is probably where most of my power is going, actually. Holy shnikes. I forgot that I had to put so many thermal aqua tuners in here at one point to get enough cooling up here. I wonder if I replace the polluted water with supercoolant, if that would make us need to use less power or not. I'm not sure. Okay, swapping out all those power lines. God, that's a lot of power those things eat. I mean, these supply enough power for all those when these are on. When these are not on, that's when we have power issues. What temperature am I letting stuff out of here? At 180. Maybe you know what? I should keep this stuff in here longer. I should force this to cool more before I let it out. Then it doesn't have to cool so much down here. It'll drop off more of their heat in here rather than dropping the heat off up there, which is, I think, worse, I think. That might make these have to run less, I think. Maybe. I don't know. Okay. Power wires. That's what I was looking at. Yeah, I don't think I can do a transformer for these guys. There's too many of these. I would need to actually make these things no longer be running, honestly. For how crazy that is. What I do want to do is get a power line through here. I can deconstruct this. I'm going to want to get a power line through here. I'm going to deconstruct all these power lines. If I deconstruct these in here, they're going to drop them onto the ground. So I'm not going to deconstruct all those. I'll deconstruct the ones that I know will not drop into lava. That'll be those. And then all of those will drop into the lava. Okay. And then I'm going to want to get my power line over to here somewhere. If this is where I'm going to do a sour gas boiler. I don't have anybody as a priority digger on this map because nobody is digging my stuff. Why aren't you digging, man? I actually do not have a primary digger. Okay. Devin should be digging when he's not storing, but he's probably storing all the time. Lindsay is a doctor. Okay. Let's have you dig when you're not doctoring. And when you're not building, and Jean should be digging when she's not building. I wonder if they don't have the skill for it. Let's see, Jean. Yeah, they don't have the skill for it. I think all my diggers were the people off on the other planet, probably. Okay, so let me queue up some stuff, and then I think I might look at Francis John's video on sour gas boiler if he has one. I might just look at that myself. Just get the gist of it on stream here. Do that to get power available. You're done waiting 100 cycles just to get 10 seeds? You're using exploits. What 10 seeds are you trying to get? Trying to get bristle blossom seeds. Okay. Need to get berry sludge going or something. Okay. Okay, things look pretty good. I'm going to I think I'm going to let this run in the background. Will it run in the background while I look at Francis John? What is happening? Oh my gosh. Apparently it's trying... What the hell? Okay. Francis John. Tell I've been there recently. Playlists. Tutorial nuggets. This is the one that I always like to use. Is there a tutorial nugget for sour gas boiler? There's petroleum boiler. Well, and all that stuff. I don't know if he's ever done a sour gas boiler tutorial, has he? I know he's shown off some, but I don't... This is probably something I'm going to have to research off stream. I don't think he actually has one for a sour gas boiler. Unless I'm missing it. I don't think he has one. If he hasn't done it, it doesn't exist. Well, I'm sure there are other tutorials out there, but he's really concise and I'm used to watching him, so that's why I'm not... I don't want to go on stream searching other people's YouTubes for a good sour gas boiler thing. He does petroleum boiler to avoid sour gas. Yeah, and I would do petroleum because I know it, but if sour gas really is more efficient and compact, and I've never done it, I kind of want to try it. So I'm gonna have to do the research on my own. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna dig out space for it, which I don't know how much space I'm gonna need, but I'm gonna queue up some digging projects here to at least start getting this dug out here. There's gonna be a lot of hot rocks on the ground down here. Kind of queue up some digging there. Alright, so I'm gonna need a... I'm going to want a transit tube access here. Means this ladder and this ladder need to go. Alright, once my building crew gets back, that's when this stuff will all get kicked into high gear, I think. But yeah, sour gas boilers. So, what creates the power with a sour gas boiler? It's natural gas generators, right? I'm pretty sure it's natural gas generators. It's like sour gas turning into natural gas. Let me look at the little thing here because I think it'll talk about how sour gas works. Hydrocarbon gas containing high concentrations of hydrogen, highly heated petroleum, additional states, methane. So I think it's something about... It's kind of like the petroleum boiler where you're gradually changing the temperature and you go from, I think it's sour gas to natural gas. You cool sour gas to methane plus sulfur, and then you warm it back to natural gas. Okay. God, that'll speed up them getting around here once that's ready. And it cools to methane at negative 161C? Wow. You definitely need supercoolant for that build, it sounds like. Okay, free copper, let's take it. You need something to turn into sour gas, I guess is the other thing. So I assume you need a source of petroleum for this. I wonder if it's a closed loop. Is it a closed loop, silly device? Of materials, you know, giving it like a source of petroleum that it goes back and forth, but then you eat the natural gas, so I feel like you actually need something to feed it. Let me actually just do a quick Oni sour gas boiler. Let's look at the wiki. Let's see. Principle of the circuit is the multiple conversion of gases liquids. Crude oil becomes petroleum, becomes sour gas, cooled to methane, heat into natural gas. Circuit consumes 1,500 grams a second. Crude oil, which is the form of petroleum, would give 1,500 watts if using a petroleum generator. The output of the circuit is 1,000 grams a second of natural gas. Enough for 11 natural gas generators, which will give 8,800 kilowatts. You don't see the point in scaling the scheme for large volumes of crude oil gas. Crude oil lakes won't last you long. A lot of crude oil goes to petroleum for rockets and plastics. Okay. Crude oil, plastic, whatever flashes sour gas. Yeah, I would probably want to do a, I'd probably want to feed petroleum. Because I have, you know, I have a lake of... I have a lake of crude oil. An ocean of crude oil. That I've turned into petroleum over here. I mean, I guess if we really wanted to, we could go petroleum boiler into sour gas boiler. If we wanted to go like super crazy mode. That I think would be the most efficient use of heat, maybe? I don't know, because I guess my main worry will be how much heat will it take to do this? Because I feel like it'll take a lot of heat to do this. Right, it'll take a lot of heat to get it up to the temperature you need. I don't know. Although if you're having to cool things down to super low temperatures, that probably generates a lot of heat with thermal aqua tuners. Speaking of, these thermal aqua tuners are off, which is what good. That's what I wanted to see. I didn't want those using so much power. And I've never done a sour gas boiler. That sounds really, really challenging. So we probably will need the late game materials to do that, like thermium and all that stuff. Check the AT setup on the page I just read. Aquatuner setup. Talking about this. On AT from thermium. What is this doing? So it looks like there's sour gas changing temperature here. And we got natural gas in there. AT thermosensor 550C. Yeah, so that would be too hot for a steel aqua tuner, right? Because that's like 275 or 300 or something. Man, that looks pretty crazy. I think that might be what we work on Thursday. So what I'll probably do is just do some digging out in preparation for this. Because this looks like this is going to be a pretty crazy build. I'll need to do some research to see how I'd want to set that up. You have thermium and supercoolant. It's not a problem. Okay, well, we do have those things. I've made... How much thermium have I made so far? I have 68 kilograms of niobium. 2.1 tons of tungsten. Is it manufactured material? I have 2.2 tons currently, and I can make more. Let's actually make some more supercoolant and thermium, because I think I can. God, I wish I missed my scroll out thing. I missed my scroll out thing. Alright, so how much of this can I make? I can make a decent amount. So let's like each one makes 100, so if I do 20, 5 times 2. I actually can't do that much. So 5 times I can do 10. 10 of that super coolant. Let's make 2 tons of that. Should be enough for that. Boiling petroleum at this point is only viable for plastic press. Well, I was thinking of boiling petroleum for use of the sour gas boiler. If I'm going to be turning the petroleum into sour gas, I need to make the petroleum, right? And making a petroleum boiler is a more efficient way of using power. Because the thing about petroleum boilers is it's powerless, right? Or it's very low power usage. And if I'm trying to make power, using power to make petroleum seems a little backwards, but I was thinking for efficiency's sake, but I don't know if it's worth doing 2 builds like that or not. I don't know. We can dig out like this. All out there. Basically, I'm making a big space to do whatever we're going to build over here. And wherever we create the power, we do want to make a power room. Using a... what is it called? The power station. In their power station or something, power control station makes more efficient with your power production, which I probably should be using even for like my steam turbines up there, but I'd have to change up my build for that. The Niobium Volcano average output is 1.1 kilogram a second. Wow, that seems like a lot, honestly. Kilogram a second, huh? Is that a lot? It sounds like a lot. Apparently there's no niobium there. It'll be active again in 8 cycles. I want to get the rest of this obsidian out of here. Obsidian, igneous rock. Let's do it. So we got the copper ore out. Got the steel out. Alright, let's get the rest of the stuff out of here. Niobium, yes. Thermium, no. Let's try and move that out. So obsidian and igneous rock. Get the rest of this out of here. Get this junk out of here. What else was in here? And then there was sand. I'm not sure where the sand came from. I feel like that was like something changing state and ending up being sand or something. Alright, so if I do filtration and sand, that should get the rest of the junk out of here. Okay. I want to make sure I don't let this sour gas into here because we want this all to be a vacuum until we decide the build we're going to go with. I guess I probably could, because if this is the entire build, what are we looking at? This is actually, oh, this is pumping crude oil in. Okay. This is actually pumping crude oil, not petroleum. Wow, this is pretty complicated. Showing all the different things there. That's where you get the natural gas out of. Okay. Whoa, that's pretty crazy. I might want a small source of petroleum for visco gel and supercoolant production. Well, God, it takes so long to go across the map without my scroll out mod. I have a pool of petroleum. So, I actually made a bunch of petroleum way back when, just to have some available for supercoolant, to visco gel, and all that. If I ever need more, I have this available. For the sour gas boiler, my oil scroll works faster on pause. Thank you. I'll be able to grab off the crude oil from right here. So I don't think I'll have an issue with having materials for that. Building a petroleum boiler as mid-stage is inefficient. Okay, then that's not what I'll do. It looks like from this you're pumping in crude oil, and that's turned into sour gas, and then you're slowly cooling it down to methane that you then use natural gas. Well, maybe we can start this build today. I don't know. I feel like I'm gonna need. I want to get all this space dug out before I do all that. Okay, so yeah. Across there. Liggity liggity lag. It does look like this build will be smaller than a petroleum boiler, which I'm kind of happy about, because petroleum boilers, man, they can take up a lot of space. Okay, so while these guys work on this, I'm going to save as, take our final break of the day, and we'll decide if we want to actually start this build. Because maybe on that page I'm on, I can just copy that build. That looks really complicated. I might want to research it off stream before I start building it, but maybe I can build like the framework of it or something. You can use oil refinery with that amount of oil and such a small demand for forge. Oil refinery. Well, it looks like it's feeding in oil and not petroleum itself, so... But we'll maybe look more at that after break. I'll be right back, my friends. Y'all rock. See you in just a second.